Hey yo everybody, Haku here with part 1 in a 2-part video series thing I'll be doing, outlining my top 25 favorite arcs in all of Tower of God. Before I get into it, I will explain that what I consider arcs, because different people I've seen consider different things to be the arcs. I consider Tower of God to be split into 4 parts thus far. There's Volume 1, Return of the Prince, the Workshop Battle, and the Hell Train. Now, those are the 4 parts, and beyond that, those are split into arcs, and I, like the Tower of God wiki, count the arcs as each of the different names associated with chapters. So, I'm going to get into my top 25, and in this I'll go through 25 through 11, and I'll go a bit in depth, but not that in depth. And then in the next part that'll be up tomorrow, I will do the top 10 and I'll go more in depth with my thoughts on them. Number 25 in my favorite arcs is our first real arc. It's going to be Head-On's Floor. It was a really great way to start the series. I really think Head-On's design is awesome. I absolutely loved the white steel eel. Pretty much everything about this is a really, really good arc. And I don't know, it just set up the series very well, but it wasn't that great. And before I continue, there were 46 arcs altogether so far, so the 25th out of that is still pretty high up. Number 24, the lero-ro's test arc. Now, I really thought this was awesome. This introduced to us a lot of new concepts. It gave us Shinsu, which is our main form of combat and fighting and stuff, and really a huge thing in Tower of God. Also, it introduced lero-ro, a great character, and it developed our characters that we were just getting to know. It developed them a lot more. Number 23 is the Submerged Fish arc, and that's where we've got Bomb and his allies finding out about Rachel's legs are injured. So they're talking about taking the final examination and carrying her up. And we get the showdown between Yu Han-sung and Lopobia Ren. And Yu Han-sung is amazing. So definitely wanted to put this one up here at this part, just because the look into the characters, and especially Yu Han-sung, was really awesome. Number 22, the Workshop Battle Epilogue. It was so cool. We got all of our protagonists, all of our good guys together again. They were chilling at the Walhike Song outpost or whatever, and it really left us off in an exciting place for the Hell Train. And also we've got the part where, where Ha Jin-sung breaks into Karaka's castle in this arc. A very short arc. It's the only epilogue on the list, but it was worth it. Like, it was a very, very good arc to be an epilogue. Number 21 is the FUG arc. It was really freaking awesome to see Hua Ryun coming back in. It was amazing to get introduced to Ha Jin-sung. I absolutely loved as well seeing how Wangnan and Bomb connected and became friends, and how the entire new team and how these allies became connected, how they became such close friends through this small connecting arc. Number 20, the Joaquin arc. Now, the Joaquin arc was one that maybe some people won't think should be this high, but I did really enjoy it. I enjoyed getting to see Joaquin for the first time, seeing Ryun and Wangnan and Yiwa in the Hell Train, and also getting the parts with Bomb and his allies outside of the Hell Train trying to climb alongside of it. It was just a good, calm arc. I mean, maybe calm isn't the best word for it, but I do think it was a good arc, even though it wasn't one of the big, grand arcs. Number 19 is the Thorn arc. Now, the Thorn arc is here because I like when we have these storylines that focus on characters we don't usually focus on a lot. And this one we got a lot about Kun and his team resting between tournament rounds, but it mostly focused on Ryun, Novik, and Horyang teaming up to save Bomb. And that was so good. I loved seeing those three team up. I loved seeing the rescue attempt at Bomb and Bomb escaping there. And Bomb being like him trying to like escape having the thorn poured into him or whatever. But just overall, it was great. It was really one of the best arcs. That's why it's, of course, this high up on the list. Number 18 for me is Evan Kell's Hell. Evan Kell's Hell, of course, it was probably the arc that hooked me on the series. Like, after seeing Head-On's Floor, I was like, okay, this is really cool, but I don't know, maybe I could stop reading the series. And then Evan Kell's Hell happened, and I was like, okay, I'm definitely sticking this out. Because we got introduced to Kun and Rock. We got the three of them teaming up. We got introduced to Ship, Anak, and Hatsu. So, even though briefly, so it was so great. It was very good. I loved the just the concept where they're like, we have this many regulars, get it down to this amount by any means necessary. And then you have to team up with people within 5 minutes. That was so good. Like, I love the old Tower of God game concepts. I don't think we get as many creative game concepts in the more recent chapters, and we need to get back into that because I love some of these game concepts from Floor 2. Number 17 is the Last Chance arc. Now, I didn't really like the build-up that much in this, but I absolutely loved seeing Wang Nen, Hor Yang, Akraptor, and Viol meet and seeing them fight each other. That fight is one of my favorite fights in the entire series. Just, I kind of wish I could have put this higher, but there were a lot of other great arcs. There were a lot of amazing arcs. There were a lot of amazing ones that I wanted to put on the list, but didn't even make the list. So, even though it's down at, even though it's down here this low, I still absolutely love it, and I still really love that fight. Number 16 is the Last Examination arc. There were parts about this arc that I really didn't like very much, but overall, the fights with the Bull and with Lopo Biaren were amazing. I loved the development with Anak and Andrasi, because for Volume 1, Anak and Andrasi really stole the show for me. They were really good characters. They were probably my favorite characters in Volume 1, or at least up there as some of my favorite characters. So, I don't know. I really liked the development with them. And of course, seeing Yuri's team come in, seeing the game itself, the betrayal, like, this was an iconic one. And it deserves to be up here, but I don't like it personally any more than any of the ones above it. Number 15 for me, One Shot, One Opportunity. And I abso-freaking-lutely love this arc. One Shot, One Opportunity, the concept of the game was so cool to me. I absolutely love the game's concept. I love what happens. I love Bomb and Traveler fighting the Guardians, Andrasi going after Bomb, seeing all the different teams and stuff trying to get onto Archie. So, it was so good. Sorry if you heard my stomach growl during that. I haven't eaten yet. Number 14 is the Flower of Zygaena arc. This is one that I've seen as a lot of people's favorites. It's a very, very popular one. I did like it a lot. I liked the game. I liked the just journey, the adventure of it. I liked seeing Uruk Mazano. So there was a ton that was done right with this. Again, I think I've gotten into the point with the top 15 where all of them are amazing and they could be your favorite, but this is just where they are ranked in order of my favorite. Number 13 is one of the most emotionally wrought for me, and that would be the Truth arc. Now, the Truth arc is where we get one of the most emotional moments in the entire series to me, where Bomb and Rack reunite. That 100% makes this arc amazing, and it makes it worth reading over. Like, I loved the little party thing they did too, and how I think it was Novik distracted Jaja by getting her drunk so that Bomb could go out and do whatever. There was so much done right with this. I think we also got more Hatsu storyline in this, where he was off by himself. Like, oh man, it was so good. The Truth, it was definitely here. Number 12 for me is the Zahard's Princess arc. Now, I absolutely love this one because, like I said, Anak and Andrasi stealing the show in Volume 1, seeing them fight in the position test was really awesome. And also seeing Anak's backstory, and Anak's backstory is my favorite in all of Tower of God. Anak is one of my favorite characters in all of Tower of God. So I absolutely loved this arc for the emotion. And especially the ending where they're both at the bottom of the pit laying there talking. Everything was, all the notes were hit right. Everything was done to set up these characters. And I kind of wish we had more character development arcs like this. Just short character development arcs. So, I wish we had more like that. Then lastly, number 11. My number 11 favorite arc in all of Tower of God is the Untrustworthy Room arc. It was one of my favorite games, possibly my favorite game, or at least my second favorite game, and it was so good. The emotion was there, especially ending on that death. It ended on a death that was very good, that left us waiting for the next arc to see how we would react to said death. So, just personally in my heart, it's definitely up there, one of my favorites. So that was it for my first part of the top 25 Tower of God arcs, numbers 25 through 11. I really do hope you all enjoyed, and part 2 will be up tomorrow with the top 10. Thank you all so very much for watching. Comment down there, tell me what you thought, tell me your favorite arcs, tell me what you thought of my number 25 through 11. Subscribe for more Tower of God, One Piece, The Walking Dead, and a lot more, because I will be doing a lot more. And follow on Twitter for updates. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.